Blair, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my tattoo apprenticeship. So basically, I'm just going to be discussing in this episode about fake skin and real skin. So I've been using both, and I've also used pig skin too. And that's a very weird one to use. It smells really, really awful. Kind of like, I know it's kind of unrelated, but I think it was upsetting my stomach a little bit when I was working on it. So you can only imagine. But then I went on to like this kind of rubbery, like fake skin stuff. You can get it from eBay. I know there are more expensive ones because I went for like a particularly cheap one because you know, just trying to keep the cost of the apprenticeship down as much as I can. Yeah, I went for like, it was like £10 or something for like 20 sheets, which is really cheap for fake skin. And then of course recently I've tried out tattooing 1 or 2 people, and I just want to talk about the differences really. So when you practice on fake skin, it's really good because it's really convenient. So I don't have to like wait around for a person or a particular time, and I can also fuck up as much as I want because who cares, it's fake skin, that's what it's for. Whereas obviously on a person, you can't really have that much of a lax attitude on it. This is a real person walking around with your artwork on them forever. So, I mean, fake skin is good at the beginning. It's also, I mean, there are some downsides to the fake skin, definitely. One of them I learned, which is kind of a neat trick as well if you're an apprentice, is that I was trying to wipe the ink to try and see, so you know, if you've done tattooing or know anything about tattooing, you make your line and then you wipe away to kind of see where you're going next. When I would do that on fake skin with like green soap or water, it would just smudge and just stay there. So just be like, oh my god, now I literally can't see anything or my stencil or where I'm going. So I had to use Vaseline to sort of like rub it in, and then it would actually, the ink would actually come off with Vaseline easier. So that's one kind of tip that I have, but that's not a very good point of fake skin. It does smudge. Like you'll also find as well that when I was using my stencil paper, one of the stencil papers I have works okay on a person, like you can put it on a person, it will come up fine, but on the fake skin it just literally just comes straight off. So you have to like experiment with what stencil paper as well if you're going to use fake skin, because it doesn't always go straight on. And also you can't stretch, so like a big part of tattooing is the stretching, so making sure that you're stretching correctly and that you are putting tension on and stuff like that, so you can get a nice line in without like the skin wobbling as you're trying to put the needle in. With fake skin, obviously you can't really stretch it, especially not the cheap one. It's just rubbery, it's got no give to it. It's just like tattooing a rubber, so it doesn't really give you that authentic sort of sense of stretching skin, which you need. If you use pig skin though, then that you'll be able to practice the stretch with that, but it smells horrific and possibly made me ill, or maybe it was a coincidence, I don't know. So with the real skin, obviously this is what we learn to tattoo for. So when I'm tattooing a person, as I have been recently, you can get that stretch, and also I feel like the ink goes in so much easier. Like on the fake skin, I have to push the needle in like 5 times over the same spot, which would just be carnage and complete overworking on a person. Whereas on a person, it's like I do the line once. At the moment, I'm not like 100% professional, so I go over it again and then it's in. Whereas usually on the fake skin, it would be like 10 times to get that motherfucker in. Sorry for the language. So, and also the stencils work good. Like as I said, I've had stencils from the cheap stencil paper and the expensive stencil paper. Both of them are fine on a real person. And also there's no smudging like there is on fake skin. And also you've got somebody to talk to as well. So I like hearing people's stories and stuff like that when I'm tattooing them. And there's a real person who's really appreciating what you're doing, and that makes it so much more rewarding. So this is my experience of fake skin and real skin. If you have any opinions or anything like that you'd like to drop in, Obviously as an apprentice you should always start on fake skin. You should never tattoo a real person first off the bat. You definitely need some practice with your machine, but I'm seeing a real difference in the texture and the work and just my reward from the job from finally getting in a few more people as well to actually tattoo. If you're interested in being tattooed by me, then you can DM me. At the moment, as I'm practicing, my tattoos are free, or you know, tips or whatever. So yeah, so I need to get some practice in. So if you have any ideas as well, then that'd be great. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to buy one of my prints, then you can find them on my Etsy, and I've got some like ravens, frogs, and blue tits and deers and stuff, so they're really nice gifts as well. And if you want to hear more about my apprenticeship, then next Wednesday there'll be another video. Mwah!